wanna show you, and I wanna hold you, till the end of the world I would go to, just to reach you, cause you're worth it, all my love.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Light Skin Perspective Podcast. Thank you for joining us whenever you're listening to this. I'm your co-host, Keenan Jerome Floyd.
Co-host, comedian Mo Green.
That's right. You can follow us both on Instagram. My Instagram is Keenan J Floyd, Kenan, J to the Floyd as in pink.
J to the Fizzo.
Yeah.
I forgot mine, because I changed my shit so much. Okay. I had to actually look at my Instagram just to know what my name is. It's pretty.
You do everything like an old motherfucker. You're like, wait, you're just missing the glasses that you say on the edge of your nose.
I got them. They're here, man.
Well, you see me trying to be young as shit. I'm wearing a chain.
Because you live in LA and your girlfriend's ranges from the age of 20 to 21.
Oh, I'm like the Black Leonardo DiCaprio in this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the high. He's like 22. Ugh.
20. I'm like, ugh. 24. Ugh. This is awful.
You don't realize how good. Well, I think the youngest chick I've smashed recently, last year or earlier this year, she's 23, and I'm 41. But there's a the chick I most smashed recently. I think she's 44, and it's like a huge difference between the coochie quality between those two individuals.
The difference between a 23-year-old is like you have to convince them that you're good enough to sleep with, but when they're 40-year-old, they're like, give me that dick. Yeah, exactly, I mean, it's exactly. Like.
But I mean, just from a physical standpoint, like a 23-year-old, you do your thing, and then she's texting you back the next day talking about she's sore. But the 44-year-old, I'm like, baby, you sore? She's like, nah, I'm good. I just went jogging.
She's like, I'm at work. Can you not call me, please? I'm at work.
I'm like, damn. I usually get a text back like, damn, I can barely walk. Blah blah blah. This chick, she got a subway between her legs, man. She got the elevated train. What they got in Chicago, the L train. So,
well, the thing about it is, no one really tells you when you get old. You know what I mean? When I was in Connecticut this last a couple weeks ago with my boy Moy Green doing some shows, and we were hanging out at one show. And I'm sitting at the bar, and there's the bartender. She's cute. She's like a 22, 23-year-old girl. And
beautiful body.
She comes up, and she goes, I go, hey, what's your name? And she says, my name is Ari. And I said, oh, what is that short for something? And she's like, yeah, Ariana. And I go, oh, because, people are going to make Ariana Grande jokes. She's like, yeah. And I said, I understand because my name's Keenan. And when I tell people my name's Keenan, they used to say, oh, like Keenan and Kel? Yo, this girl looked at Mo like I said, I talked about like a phonograph or something. She was just like, what?
But even if she doesn't know from Keenan and Kel, like she got to know that he's on Saturday Night Live. You know what I mean? Keenan.
But it just made me feel so weird because she's like, I don't know what that is. And I'm like, oh my God. Now I'm the old dude at the bar now. Oh, my God.
Keenan and Kel, especially for me, because I'm a few years older than you. So Keenan and Kel was actually a young reference to me because I didn't rewatch that shit because I was too old to watch it when that was popping. So for somebody that had no idea what that is, if you think you old, I'm fucking ancient, man. Shit.
Mo was watching Real Sex on HBO. When Keenan and Kel came
Real
out.
Sex, I was Emmanuel and said something, the Shoe Diaries.
Taxi Cab Confessions. That's what Mo was watching. That's what Mo was watching.
All that stuff was popular like in the mid to late 90s. You were definitely deeply entrenched in the Jehovah's Witness religion. So how the hell did you know about all that lascivious?
Every time we would stay in hotels, I would look up the HBO guide and I'd be like, what day is Real Sex coming on? But I would never.
Not realizing if you watch certain things that would come up on the bill.
No, I mean
Oh,
HBO was a part of the thing.
oh, okay, okay.
And the thing about it is, real sex wasn't really a porno. It was more like it's
Um,
like this is about nudist or whatever.
but to us, it was back then, though. That shit was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like the way, you know how I used to, like, nowadays kids are so lucky because they got the internet and stuff like that. So they got porn at their fingertips. You know how I used to find my porn when I was young, man? The train tracks, nigga. Like just walking through the woods, like a lot of homeless people, like gay dudes or whatever, they used to live in the woods. And I would have you would always find just random magazines and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm picking up dirty magazines with no glove, but now I'll be having sex with dirty women with no condom. So it's like certain things just,
Ugh.
it just manifested.
Who's I kept wondering how come people were just leaving porn magazines in.
No, because they would go in the woods, they would do their thing, and then they just like, they just throw the magazine away, or they just have I found like a stash is like, I found like small camps where they had like camping equipment, sleeping bags and shit.
Well, my first porn mag I saw in a Barnes and Noble. Someone left it in the bathroom, so I actually stole it and I took it home with me. And my mom was real nosy, so she would like go through my drawers and stuff. And I knew it was a matter of time before she would find it. It was a penthouse. It was a girl's penthouse.
Oh yeah.
And I put it in a pizza box, and I ended up throwing it away. Right.
Oh,
and
man.
later, I said, man, I wonder which porn mag it was I got. So I looked it up, and I actually bought myself a copy. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on.
Oh man, this cat actually got it. He still kept it with him, and he drove it across the country.
So this is the porn mag. This is the very. Oh fuck! You can't see it.
Yeah, you gotta take the background off. Yeah.
If you see,
Oh, I can see it.
this is the very first porn mag that I ever saw.
And you kept it? What do you got it in a Ziploc bag?
No. I bought a copy. I didn't keep it. I bought another copy.
You want to know where all Keenan's sex education came from? There you go, right there.
Yeah.
There you have it.
This magazine was amazing. This thing. I was introduced to Mr. Marcus.
Oh yeah, Mr. Marcus, man.
I was introduced to what's this girl's name? To Tara Patrick.
Yeah, Tara Patrick. I don't think she messes with black dudes.
And Spanish dudes. And Drew Barrymore, not the one that you're thinking
no,
about.
I know you're talking about.
But the German one.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So
I know all those names, man. It's crazy. If I studied comedy as much as I studied porn, I'd be famous right now.
Probably. But yo, it's been a while since Will and I have done an episode of The Light Skinned Perspective. We took a little break there. I got kind of busy. I was working on the TV show. I was working on some other projects, and then Bo got a little upset with me, so we kind of took a break for a little bit.
Yeah, we took a break, man. I had my hopes and my dreams into doing all this podcast thing during this COVID time, man, because we don't have the opportunity to hit stages and shit like that. So doing a consistent podcast is a way to keep those words flowing and just to build your content. And we did about 13 episodes. Keenan got real Hollywood, got real busy. I was supposed to carry the torch. I didn't feel like doing it by myself. So we cut it off for a couple of months.
I mean, you tried. I tried. I saw a couple episode where you did it by yourself, and you tried to like interview people.
Yeah.
And they were like either not showing up, or they were like out at Bratwurst festival or something.
How the hell? I'm trying to interview my boy Jackson, and he's at a freaking festival outside. And he's drunk. Nothing wrong with any of those things, but you can't do an interview and be at a music concert at the same time. It's just not gonna work. What we're trying to do.
That's a boss move there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But again, I was on the East Coast a couple weeks ago. I had to get out of LA, because it was just COVID stuff going on over and over again. Fires. They're trying to burn us down. They're trying to bury us with earthquakes. They're trying to. They're trying to kill us with COVID. The police are out here being nuts.
LA it's Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Sodom and Gomorrah.
I mean, it is.
They get mad at you if you straight. Like, you straight? Like, what the fuck wrong with you?
They're
You
like, yo, you need to move into the 21st century, nigga.
You like the opposite sex. What the hell?
That's
the,
like, ugh.
It's illegal.
You're not at least bi or something? What the fuck?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't like kids?
Yeah, Hollywood's fucked up. And the thing about Hollywood is that they really try to judge you on the shit that you eat. Like, you'll be having a conversation, you'll be like, yeah, I went to Taco Bell today, but ugh, you went to Taco Bell?
Like, but you suck dick. What
do you know how gross that is? Ugh. And I'm like, well, you know what else is gross? Pedophiles. And fucking Hollywood is filled with them. So I'll stop eating Arby's when y'all stop
eating children.
Sex trafficking children.
Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious, man. Oh, shit.
So we went to, so I went out to Connecticut. Well, I was in New York, did a few shows in New York, did go up to Connecticut, did a couple shows, hung out with Mo Green. Mo Green did not deliver on his promise of getting us hot bitches, but...
Yo, because every time there was an opportunity to hook up with some chicks, for one reason or another, it just was bad luck. The first night this cat came on a Friday, we had you never see two girls by themselves. You never see this shit. It's all like 4 or 5, whatever, or one by themselves. We saw a couple of women, like at least 4 or 5 different times. Perfect opportunity for me and him to go and holler and do our thing. But every single time, it was always like one cute bitch and one ugly bitch. And Keenan was not willing to take one for the team.
No.
Because there's no guarantee. Like, if it's 2 of us and we go to 2 women, you don't really know who's going to like you until it happens. You feel me? Like, when we start talking. I might like this one chick, but she might like you, and it might flip and flop, and I get the other girl. But Keenan was just like, nah, nope. I was
satisfied. I was satisfied with myself. I was kind of like, you know what? You know what I deserve tonight? A good night's sleep.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we did every night. And but the thing is, like, Connecticut got a lot of pretty women, a lot of big booty white chicks. But like the way the game work out here, or it's like with anywhere. Obviously, if you're famous and you're known, you're gonna get some pussy. But if you're not known, you have to be at least known in the community a little bit. You got to be a part of like certain circles to really, really get in, unless you're going straight up just pay for some shit. And I'm laid back. I don't drink. I don't smoke or do nothing like that. So I'm not really that known. And Keenan ain't that famous. So it was a struggle. We was some struggling motherfuckers. But that's gonna change.
Well, let's put it this way. There was people that were interested, but again, it was just kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
It was like old like suburban housewives that were like
those true drunk like white ladies that were on a strip that were sitting down. They were just loud as shit, being like, we could have went over and talked to them, and they would be like, hey, these black guys are taking us home so they could.
They were fucking told everybody. They were announcing everything. People were walking up and down the sidewalk, and they were like, yes, queen, yes, bitch, and it's like, yo,
they were white chicks.
Shut up.
I said it was white chicks doing this, but they were acting like some hood thotties.
I mean, they could have been from the hood. There's a lot of people.
They was acting like some hood thoughts from Spirited Airlines.
They were definitely thoughts. So
from Newark.
Yeah. So on that, when I flew back, I forgot to get a return flight, so I had to buy like a last minute flight.
How much that cost you? Like $40? You said?
It was like $40 to fly back to Burbank,
that's cheap.
Which the airport is literally across the street from my house. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get this flight, right? So the flight I got before was like United Airlines, and I totally recommend United Airlines for anybody. United, American Airlines, they're great legroom, great service. If you're gonna fly at least cross domestically, check it out. Check them out. American and United. JetBlue, the best, right? But then the last minute flight I got back was Spirit Airlines from Newark to Las Vegas, and then I was going to take another flight from Las Vegas to Burbank, right? So I get on this flight, and I'm like, nigga, they need to call this mean-spirited airlines, because this shit, like the flight was 7 a.m., and it was packed, right? So it starts off, I get to the airport, I leave Pennsylvania at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get to the airport at 5:30, and I'm able to like turn my car in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
6 o'clock, I get to the terminal, right? And what I did was I checked in the night before so that I could have the ticket on my phone, so I could just go and just, you know, check in or whatever, right? This shit, the boarding pass I get on my phone doesn't have the barcode on it.
Oh, man.
So I get the TSA, and I'm like, okay, well, here's my boarding pass, but I don't got a fucking barcode. And they're like, well, you have to go downstairs to get your ticket from Spirit, right? So I get to the Spirit fucking window downstairs. Yo, this line is so long. This line is so long. It's just like Dominicans and black people just like complaining and all that shit. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I look at my clock, I look at my watch, and they start boarding at 6:15, and the doors close at 6:45.
Damn.
It's fucking 6:20, and I'm like, yo, I am not staying here in fucking Newark. So fortunately, at the last minute, like at 6:25, someone says, yo, whoever's getting on the Las Vegas flight, come to the front right now. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go up and I'm standing there and like it's a bunch of people and stuff, and this girl in front of me has like this bonnet on and she's like standing there like going like this with her weave and shit. She gets up there and she finds out that she can't get on the fucking plane because she doesn't have a credit card. Like somebody got the ticket for her.
So she's holding up the line. So
she's flipping out and all that stuff and she's like, what the fuck? So she's like on the phone like yelling at her friend and all that shit, or yelling at her sister and everything. So then I'm next. I'm standing right next to her, and I'm like, yo, I want to get hit by your bonnet because she's flapping the bonnet all around and shit. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is... So finally, I'm able to just get my ticket free of charge. I go up, get on the flight. This shit is packed, bro. It is packed, and I'm sitting in the back next to this muscly Dominican dude. His wife is next to the window. He's in the middle, and he can't help but just sit like this because he's so fucking muscly. So I'm like, are you going to be poking me with your elbows, bro? Like the whole 5 hours and a half that's going to take us to get to Vegas?
You ain't say that.
I mean, that's what I said to myself. I just sat there and took it, you know what I mean? So it's like I got this mask on. I got my coat on. It's cold in this motherfucker. The lights don't work. It's packed. My knees are getting cramped because I'm getting smashed up in these seats because it's so tight. And then this muscly dude is like, has his elbow like in my eyeballs. So I'm like, yo, this is going to suck, right? So it's just, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Like,
how long is the flight from Jersey to Vegas?
To Vegas, it was 4 hours and it was 4:45, I think.
And then from there to Burbank, like an hour, if that?
No, from there to Burbank, it was like 30 minutes. It was like 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
That's cool.
So, so basically we got into Vegas early. It was supposed to be 5 hours or something, but we got into Vegas early, which was good. But I mean, this flight, man, like, you know, like I'm for us. I'm for black people. You know, I want us to be respected. You know, we're the first people on the earth. You know what I mean? We're the beginning of civilization. We are physically and intellectually, we're the best that there is as far as mankind is concerned. You know what I mean?
You sound like you're reading something that Godfrey says.
No, but when you get on a Spirit Airlines flight with a bunch of black folks from Newark, New Jersey, you're like, you're like, wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to be kings and queens.
That's what put it this way. Say if you was like an alien from another planet, right? Like you don't know that black people are the smartest and all those accolades. And you was this alien from this other planet that first got to this planet, and then he happened to like go into a Spirit Airlines.
He was like, we need to blow this planet up. That's what the alien would say. I'm sitting there like, yo, I thought we were kings and queens. Y'all niggas are a bunch of peasants. I don't know what the fuck.
They must have thoughts of niggas.
Yeah, and I'm just like, Jesus. So like the flight starts and the captain gets on. He's like, attention, ladies and gentlemen. the FAA says that it's illegal for us to serve alcohol on this flight, so please no alcohol on this flight. And I've never heard this shit before.
Oh man, that's
As
awful.
as soon as he said that, there's this white flight attendant that's on the flight, and I hear her go, "Excuse me, miss, is that Hennessy?" and the woman's like, yeah. She's like, "You can't have that on the flight. I need to take that." And she's like, "Well, can I at least like drink some of it, bitch? Like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do." And she's like, "Well, you can." She like chugged a bottle of Hennessy.
Was like a pint, half a pint, or whatever.
I don't know. She was behind me. I didn't want.
Question, though.
I didn't want to turn around.
How did they get the Hennessy bottle through the gates? Because they don't sell Hennessy. They don't got a package store. At
Who knows?
Airport.
Maybe they bought it in the thermos. No, it was probably a bottle because the flight attendant.
But what I'm trying to feel like, I mean, yeah, you can transport liquor in the undercarriage. You know what I'm saying? In your bigger.
Well, you can bring out no small bottle, so it's probably a small bottle.
You can?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought you couldn't bring any liquid, and they say it's for safety, but part of the reason is like you can't bring your own water bottle is because they want you to buy their concessions.
Well, the thing about Spirit is that Spirit charges you for everything. Spirit charges you for bringing your bag on. Spirit charges you for a seat on the plane. Spirit charges you to be able to breathe. Like when you get a Spirit flight, and it's like, oh shit, this ticket's $15. It's like, nigga, you gotta pay $30 to bring on some luggage.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta pay $50 for a seat. If not, they have those. If you don't pay for a seat, they have those things hanging from the ceiling on the bus that you stand up and you hold on to the whole flight.
It reminds me of like you know the rapper Suki Hana. You know who she is? That's something. Bitch, I need some Henny and a Plan B. Well, she has an OnlyFans. Now her OnlyFans is free. It's straight up free. But when you go on it, everything is locked. So she's like, "This is me sucking dick, $20. This is me getting hit from the back, $35."
Yeah, that's how you do it.
So they get you in there for cheap, but then they charge you for everything.
So Spirit Airlines is the OnlyFans of airlines.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
It's a Suki Hana of OnlyFans of airlines.
They're one of those. If you're a video game nerd, Spirit Airlines is a DLC of video games. So they're like, you can buy the game. The DLC is like the expansion pack, so it's like you can buy the game, but to be able to do anything, you have to buy all this like extra shit.
Yeah. Like you got the Call of Duty package. You got to get the gun, the scope, the map, the compass.
So first of all, fuck mean spirited airlines. Fuck that flight attendant that we had.
You told me, whenever I get back in the air, I'll make sure to avoid them.
Yeah, United, American or Delta. Delta's kind of expensive.
Yeah,
but
that's what I usually do.
But do them shits because fucking and our flight attendant was a cunt. She was this white chick from like Las Vegas that always had an attitude. Like people will like ask you about, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. And then like people would be like, yo, can we have some? They were only giving out water on the flight. Like they weren't giving out food or snacks. You had to spend $12 for a cheese plate.
And that's a 4-hour ride, man.
And she was like giving a guy attitude. He's like, yo, could I have some food or something? And she's like, that's gonna be $12. And she took his card. She snatched his card.
You know why? And she said she was a white lady, right?
Yeah.
It's because she works with Spirit Airlines. When you put a white person like with a hood job, eventually they become hood. Look at any white waitress that works at IHOP in the
Waffle House,
or Red Lobster or Olive Garden. They some hard bitches with the Karen haircut.
I mean, motherfucker, it's not our fault you work for Spirit Airlines. I mean, I know that's like a failure for your flight career, but I mean, it's like nobody told you to work for Spirit.
I wonder if like employees from different airlines talk shit about each other like that. You know, them Spirit motherfuckers, them niggas is niggas.
Basically, working for Spirit is the equivalent of being that dude that works at the 7-Eleven with no bulletproof glass in the hood.
They don't hire black. You know. I thought about something. All those ghetto gas stations and shit owned by Indian people. They never hire black people. That's damn. At least hire a nigga.
Yeah, because we ain't gonna work like that.
Once in a blue, like you'll see a lot of like women at like the Chinese like clothing, like urban clothing stores and shit like that because they be fucking them on a low. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see some sexy hood chicks, but dudes, unless it's security, that's about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for some reason we're good at security.
Yeah, Yeah. We definitely got
Here in LA, it's always a black guy in a security vest coming up to people and be like, I just want to let you know it's last call.
I couldn't be no. I'm a big dude, but I couldn't be no damn security guard telling people what to do, taking my job. I hate when people take their job too serious. Like I was at a McDonald's earlier, right? And it was this hood, like young Travis Scott looking. I was almost got the Travis Scott meal from McDonald's, but I was like, yo, I'm a 41-year-old man. How the fuck would I look saying, let me get that Travis Scott meal? Anyway,
I've said it, but anyway, go ahead.
Ordered my food and there was some booths, and it says the booths are closed. But I'm like fat and old and tired, so I'm just sitting down, waiting for my stuff. And then the dude was like, "Yo, excuse me, mister, the booths are closed." And I'm like,
"Are you saying booths or boobs?"
Booths. He said the booths are closed.
Oh, I was
thinking in my
boobs.
head, do you really think I'm going to try to eat here? I'm fat. I'm clearly fat and old. An old man can sit down, but I didn't say that. I just got up and got my stuff. And then once I got to the car, the nigga forgot my chicken sandwich, and I was pissed. I'm like, this motherfucker was so concerned about enforcing these bullshit rules that he forgot the one rule, customer service, taking care of me, giving me my shit that I ordered. So I went in, and I just made eye contact. Didn't even have to say nothing. He just gave me a chicken sandwich. But in my mind, I was like, yo, fuck you, motherfucker. Worry about feeding me, not where I'm sitting. And that was my rant for the day.
I mean,
yo, how was the Travis Scott meal?
It's all right. I mean, basically, it's basically what I've been doing all my, because basically it's like, get me bacon. It's a quarter pounder with bacon and lettuce and tomato.
Yeah.
And then it's like barbecue sauce with the fries. But I'm like, nigga, I've been eating barbecue sauce on McDonald's fries all of my life.
All it is a quarter pounder club with bacon, or it's a quarter pounder club with some barbecue sauce on the side. Like that's something that has existed there already. You know what I mean? It's nothing special. Now, if it was like a rib grilled cheese sandwich, you know, something that we've never seen before, I think that was dope. But they basically just put his name on
a rib what?
Rib grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh yeah, like, that sounds gross as shit. But
they take the McDonald's rib, put some provolone, mash that together. The point I'm trying to make is, if it was something that we never saw before, like who never thought to put barbecue sauce on a French fry?
I fucking do it, nigga. Like that's me.
Saying. Like so, like to for him to put his name on. I mean, hey, he gonna take that check. I get it, but I feel like they should have actually had a meal that we never saw before. You know what I mean? I think they kind of cheesed off on it, but what can I say? They billionaires and millionaires. I'm just a fat motherfucker.
I mean, look, I'm going to have the Keenan Jerome Floyd meal at Fat Burger, so I don't know what to tell you. That's going to be, those are my goals. Career goals.
My Mo Green meal is going to consist of a quarter pounder with bacon and cheese, no onions, a McChicken on the side with some sweet and sour sauce, and 2 apple pies and a vanilla McFlurry. You know what I'm saying? An Oreo McFlurry. That's the Mo Green meal. It has about 3,000 calories. It costs $15. Yo, every time I go to McDonald's, I'm the only dude that's consistently spends $15. Like, I never just went to McDonald's and be like, you know what? I'm going to be good. I'm going to get one of their 2 for $5 meals. Can't do it. I'll get like 2 for $5s. And a frost and a McFlurry or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe I'll go to McDonald's after this, even though I'm supposed to be preparing myself to thirst trap on Instagram.
I got you hungry, didn't I?
Yeah, it's weird because I'm trying to lose my gut because I'm trying to get more followers on Instagram. So I'm like, I want a thirst trap. So I've been doing like push-ups in the morning and like walking and stuff, so I can get that V in my sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? But
I got the V, but I got a belly with it.
you have a U. That's what it's called. I got one of those too. Oh man,
that's funny as shit, man.
Have you seen any new movies?
I've been just like watching a lot of series on Hulu and shit. Like I watched Kidding, the Jim Carrey series, and I thought it was really, really good. It's basically, he's like a bootleg Mr. Rogers that has a whole bunch of psychological issues and family problems. So I watched that. No movies lately, like just a lot of different series.
Have you seen I'm Dying Up Here? Apparently it's on Amazon, so I'm gonna binge it.
Yeah. Well, but it's on the first season is on Amazon. The second season, that's a part of the expansion. But I think you can get a free trial for a week. So the kids watch the first season that's already for free, and then the second season get the Showtime expansion. They just binge it in a week.
Was it on HBO or was it on
Showtime? It was on Showtime.
Oh shit!
Showtime?
That's the one.
Showtime.
That's the one thing I don't have.
No, but Showtime is free with no. I'm dying up here. The first season is free on Amazon. The first season is free, but the second season you got to get the expansion. But when you get the expansion, you get it for free for a week though. So you still got an opportunity to watch it all for free.
It leaves in 4 days, so I better hurry up and watch it. But yeah, so
well then you would have to watch the second season first.
Well, the second season I have to pay for. It's whatever.
Oh yeah. It's only $7. It ain't really that much, man. You know.
Did you hear about the new Mike Tyson movie that they're making?
Yes, I heard about it. They said Jamie Foxx is going to be playing Mike Tyson.
Jamie Foxx is going to be playing Mike Tyson, which is weird.
Yeah, because them niggas is the same age. I'm like, at what point in Mike Tyson's life is he playing? Like now? Like Mike Tyson's acted in movies before. If Mike Tyson wanted to do a biopic of what was going on in his life right now, then he would play himself. Like, why the hell he got old ass Jamie?
Wait, what is it? Is it biopic or biopic?
I thought it was biopic.
I don't know. I call it biopic, but
I say biopic.
But I hear a lot of people say biopic, but I don't know what it's really called. But
biopic. I've heard biopic like my whole life, but it could be biopic.
I don't know.
Biopic.
Maybe it's about where you grew up or something. But I've always
said,
yeah. But yeah, like why would Jamie Foxx fucking play Mike Tyson if they're the same age? If you're gonna make a Mike Tyson movie, then have Mike Tyson play Mike Tyson if he's gonna be 50 in the movie.
Exactly, man.
And my question is, who's gonna play Robin Givens?
Fucking Robin Givens on this bitch.
I mean, wouldn't it be fucking because it's so hard for black actresses in Hollywood? It would be fucked up if Robin Givens could even play herself.
Yeah,
like it's just like
she's played by like Angela Bassett.
Yeah, she's like. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're too dark for this role, Robin Givens. So we're gonna have to give this role.
Arguably, probably one of the biggest movies of the year, or whenever it comes out, it's gonna be a big movie. And imagine you, Robin Givens, like, damn, I need this money. Like, when have we seen? When's the last time we've seen Robin Givens in anything?
Well, apparently,
she needs that role.
Boomerang. That's. What I noticed about what I've noticed about Robin Givens and Boomerang is that she's like fine until she like takes her clothes off, and then you're like, whoa, she got a big ass head.
Yeah, she's like real. That was a late '80s, early '90s thing of just like really, really skinny women.
Yeah, she had a big head and a really small body. She was like a black bobblehead. It's
this YouTuber named Minister Jack, and basically what he does is he bashes hood black women all day. He's fucking hilarious. But he said in the late 80s and early 90s, the bitches had collarbones. All the women, you don't see nobody's collarbone no more because bitches is too fat now.
What he got?
He's gonna play. Is there a trailer to this?
No, I don't think they shot the movie. I think he's just preparing.
Oh, this is just promo.
But look. See, what can audiences expect? So this is like, I guess what he's going to look like playing Tyson, even though he looks old as shit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
And then it's like, he's been training to portray Tyson.
Jamie Foxx was born in 1968 or 67, matter of fact.
I guess that's his transformation to play Tyson. Maybe he'll get the tattoo on his face.
Like, you mean to tell me there wasn't no young, like, in shape, up-and-coming actors that could have played Mike Tyson, man?
And the movie ain't even coming out until 2022. They're both going to be fucking 60 by the time the movie comes out.
But 60 years old, they gonna have George Foreman playing Mike Tyson.
Look, and it says here, it says the film will probably devote its first half to Tyson's life before his arrest and rape conviction. So, Jamie Foxx is going to play a young...
That's what I'm saying. How could a 52-year-old man play like a 29-year-old guy?
And then it says
Doesn't
the second half is going to focus on his comeback. But you know what?
I could see the comeback a little bit because he was in his 40s making the comeback or whatever. But Jamie Foxx is 53.
Or what they might do that fucking Will Smith thing where he did that movie where he did like
the CGI.
The CGI, maybe they'll have like the young version. But that just seems unnecessary.
Yeah, they did that recently with one of the latest like De Niro, I think Pacino film. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, and that shit looked awful. So
The Irishman. Was it?
All they looked like, all those dudes looked like they just had Instagram filters on their face. That's all they look like. Fuck that shit. $200 million my butthole. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, Al Pacino is legit 80. He's 80 years old. Like, you gotta even in Scarface, if you put that in perspective, even in Scarface, he was still like an old guy. Scarface was 35 years ago. You understand? 87, 650.
He was still.
So he was still 45 when he.
Hey, I'm Al Pacino.
He's as old as I think he's what? Morgan Freeman's 37. Morgan Freeman's like 83.
Yeah.
And Al Pacino's right there, but Morgan Freeman always looked old. Like when Al Pacino was in his mid 40s, he could still pass off as a young guy. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember that? Do you remember that movie? That movie with Christopher Reeves with Morgan Freeman in it as the pimp.
Nah, I don't remember that shit.
Wait, let me see if I can pull up a clip real quick.
Was that old school flick?
No, it had Christopher Reeves in it, and Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was in it, and he was a pimp because every time we come out with something, they always have us play pimps.
Pimps and niggas and hoes and bitches
and drug addicts and shit.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, Christopher Reeve movie. The movie was called Street Smart, I think.
Oh, okay.
It was called Street Smart. Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I never even heard of that shit.
Hold on. You never heard of Street Smarts?
Nope.
All right, so here it is.
It's news to me. Oh, okay.
I don't have to go to Harvard to know what you're doing. You know what I'm trying to say to you, man?
You know what?
Do ya?
Morgan Freeman actually looks kind of young there. That's how I know I'm getting old.
Up. You don't tell me how people react to me. I know what people are doing no matter what they say. Because I read minds, you dig? I don't take no shit off of you. You're lying through your fucking teeth. I know it, you know it, and this fucking hole know it.
Come on, leave him alone.
Oh,
bitch. Shit. Oh, shit. That was a...
Yo,
that was a...
I don't have to go to Harvard to know what you're doing.
That was everybody. He's like, stop fucking up my lines, bitch.
Do ya? Yes, you did. But then shut the fuck up. You don't tell me how people react to me.
Looks like the guy
I know what people are doing no matter
Bundy.
what they say. Because I read minds, you dig? I don't take no shit off of you. You're lying through your fucking teeth. I know it, you know it, and this fucking hole know it.
Come on, leave him alone.
Oh, shit.
You gotta smack these bitches, man.
Oh, shit.
That's what you gotta do, man.
Oh, my God.
You gotta smack these hoes, man, when they get out of line. She didn't have permission to talk.
Someone in the comments said she got reset to factory settings. And then someone else says Morgan Freeman's pimp hand is so fast, Superman couldn't even stop it.
Yeah. That's hilarious, man. Now I want to watch that whole movie.
Now, and then someone else says Morgan must have been about 7 years old here.
Yo, since you be having so many problems with white bitches, I think you should have that as a gift. Like just download that one part, and if you're talking to a white bitch via text and she get it twisted, you just, bam, hit her with the slap. Pat, bitch. You know what I mean? Pat, that's what Morgan Freeman did.
I don't call women bitches.
It reminds me of that meme, like that.
Everybody.
That Morgan Freeman meme when he said, "It's true, you know." Smack these hoes.
I know people seem to forget about that movie with Morgan Freeman in it.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I saw is fucked up. That's how fucked up it is. Like how how black people are like treated because they make us look like shit. There's a
a lot of us accept bullshit too.
Yeah, because a lot of us want to be famous.
Yeah.
A lot of us want to be famous for so bad that we'll tap dance and coon. So, speaking of cooning,
she look like a coon. As soon as I look at her face, D Wade's wife.
No, Gabby's cool. I like Gabrielle Union, but she's.
I don't know. A lot of people theorize that a lot of the stuff that his son is going through, she influences a lot of that. But that's just a theory. I don't know.
Well, all I know,
she wears the pants in that situation. But
all I know is what's worse than that is that she's hosting an all black Friends reading, which
what
I don't understand why that's even a thing. Yeah, Friends. They're gonna do a table read of a Friends script.
You know, it's funny. Even though like Friends was a big hit, it never really did it for me. It never. I can't think of one Friends moment like, oh shit, blah, blah, like it just, for me personally, it never did it, which is strange because they say Friends copied off of Living Single.
Yeah, it's like, how are you gonna have an all black Friends table read when it's like, yeah, it was called Living Single.
Yeah,
like we're acting like Living Single like didn't exist. And in my opinion, Living Single was a better show.
Yeah, I could think of so many like good moments from Living Single. I just can't. They say that Friends came from it, but I don't see it. I don't see it. But the thing is, you know, a lot of black people are like, yo, Friends stole from Living Single, but like Living Single, like the trope that Living Single has like 4 different women. One was a slut. That's Regine. The matriarch is Khadijah. Maxine is the smart aleck. And fucking Sinclair is like the ditz.
She's like the hippie, yeah.
Yeah, like the goofy one from a weird town. They had that same concept in the Golden Girls. Dorothy was the matriarch. Sophia was the smartass. Rose was the ditz, and Blanche was the slut. So it's like you said, we did this before, but like you said, that trope is something that's been recycled throughout history.
I mean, yeah, the trope is being recycled, but let's be real. Golden Girls and Living Single, I think, did it the best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by far. Like, when I watched Living Single, even before I knew who took what, it just reminded me of, like, when I look at Regine, she just is channeling Blanche, this middle-aged woman that's, even though, this middle-aged woman that's going out and that's still dating, is still trying to find a husband and hustling guys. Like, that's something that I thought. You know what I mean? Like I looked it up on Google, and sure enough, you know, a lot of people are making these comparisons, man. You know what I'm saying? But for the black actors to take a show that ripped off,
thank you for being a friend.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh yeah. This is my part right here. Whoa. Hallelujah.
And do you find?
Yo, hold up, stop it. Why do pastors always gay though, man? Like, come on, man. Why can't it just be a straight dude that just likes to sing?
Are you serious?
Doesn't have a feminine overtone.
Honey, give me a wedgie. Like,
well, you find out that dude had a whole wig.
Yeah. That's what's funny about it.
Uh-oh, white girls get involved.
She harmonizing.
This is my part right here.
Oh, she's good.
thank you for being
Oh, damn.
She was good. She was good.
I wish I could sing. Oh, wait, here's
Thank
the...
you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
So we started from the bottom, now
Your
we
heart
get
is true.
Oh, yeah.
You're a pal and a confidant.
This is my one right here.
And if you threw a party, you invited everyone you knew. You are singing a big skip would be to me. And the heart attack would say, thank you for being my friend.
Hallelujah.
Oh, God. I love
Yo,
black people.
I do that song in my act. I'm so tired of doing that fucking song, man. But it's like, it's a crowd. Like, the audience loves when I do it. I feel like such a hack when I'm doing that shit.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
What, my bit?
Oh, no. The song.
No, yeah, no, it's a great song. But it's like, if you've sang it 1,000 times in your comedy act, after a while, you're just like, ugh.
Well, I can't sing, so I have no idea what that's like.
You got to sing the songs with deeper voices, like Barry White. I'll take good care of you. That's what a man is supposed to. You got to sing those deep voice songs, man. You can't be singing high voice. You can't be like Prince. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? You can't be doing that, man. You got to do the deep. Could you be so beautiful and beautiful? Yo, sidebar. Yo, this cat, Cool Bubba got the dopest Jamie Foxx impersonation doing Prince. That shit is nuts.
Shout out to Cool Bubba Ice.
Nuts. No, I loved it. I loved that. He do the squeaky voice, the high notes, man. In another world, Cool Bubba Ice was supposed to be a professional singer. Like, that motherfucker, like Freddie Jackson level, like, vocals. He's dope. But anyway, back to the Friends situation here. It was kind of corny that the niggas should have been doing the nigga show as opposed to redoing. Like, we always got to remake white stuff. Why can't we remake black? Let's do a table read of the Cosby Show or the Jeffersons. Friends? And you know they're going for the white money. That's why. Which hey, you can't knock them if you're gonna go for the white money. You're gonna go for the white money.
But this is my question: Did black people really watch Friends?
No.
Because if you're doing a black version of something, it's kind of like like white people are going to be like, oh, it's a nigga version of Friends because it's like we already have Friends.
We already had a nigga version of Friends. It was called Living Single.
I mean, and Living Single came out first, so fuck that noise.
Friends is the cracker version of Living Single. That's what it is. Even though they do not remind me of each other at all. But I'm going to take people's word for it and say that they're similar, but they don't remind me of each other. They really don't. I guess Joey is Sinclair because he's the dumb one, and Sinclair's the dumb one. I guess that's a comparison right there, but that's the only... Joey, to me, was the best character on Friends, like the goofy guy, but he was like pursuing acting and stuff like that. He was pursuing Hollywood. That's what I enjoyed about his character. But that's the only one I remember. And a lot of episodes that I recall was centered around him.
Yeah.
Yep. But boo, nigga, boo.
Oh, God.
Boo.
God. So...
I'm not going to be... You going to watch that shit? I'm not going to... Well,
I'm not going to watch it.
Yo, you know what kind of sucks, though? If we really trying to do this podcast shit, we got to kind of sometimes watch stuff that we don't like. Or at least a little bit. At least give it a chance.
Yeah, maybe.
You can't have an opinion on something if you've never watched it at all. You know?
I'm catching up on Moesha. Shout out to Kim Parker, by the way.
Mm-hmm. She got big eyeballs.
Who? Kim Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
She's
the sassy character that always got her eyes.
She has pot-bellied eyeballs. Her eyeballs look like Keenan's head.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Are they shiny like my forehead?
Yeah, they're shiny. They're just bulbous. They're bulbous, like those menstrual movies. in the 20s and shit when their eyes come out, and one dude knew how to make his eyes pop out his head and shit. Like, you ever notice that mostly all urban black comedians, when they say their punchlines, their eyes get real big?
Really?
And that's why I hit inside the booty with mashed potatoes. Like, oh, that must be the punchline. Yo, black comics, they telegraph their punchlines so much, you don't even have to listen to the comedy. You could just turn the sound down. When their eyes get big, that's when you laugh. Like, oh shit.
Oh shit, his eyes are coming out of his head.
That's where the punchline is. This is why I got kicked out of the urban comedy group on Facebook, because I would trash Negro comics. I didn't do that. I didn't trash Negro. I just trolled. I trolled lightly.
Yeah.
I made fun of people because they didn't have headshots, and I made fun of people because they write their jokes right before they get on stage with their pad out, because they gotta, I'm at the open mic right now, so I gotta write what you doing? I'm writing my set right now, nigga, for the stage. I'm like, word, you didn't think about this shit for the 45 minutes that you was driving here? Nah, nigga, all y'all gotta see that I'm a comedian and I'm writing right here, right in front of y'all, because that's what I do, nigga. Don't try to take my shit.
Don't try to take my shit. And then the girl teacher like, who here beats the kids? Yeah.
That's what you was writing right there about kids.
Yeah, I be smacking the shit out of my kids, yo.
No, but you never see those comics at the open mic that are like trying to write out an entire set before they get to hit the stage. Like, really, your whole life, your whole day, you wasn't thinking about no jokes. You had no game plan. You didn't think about nothing until there's nothing wrong with doing that. But I'm like, come on, man.
I mean, it's weird because, there's people that, I write jokes on my phone when I get an idea, but I'm not always walking around with like a notebook and shit.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't doing this shit. You ain't got this shit, and you just like, look, everybody, look at what I'm doing.
Well, when I first started doing stand up, I used to do that. I found like all my legal pads of like all the jokes that I used to write. Some of them were actually not bad.
I just think, I don't know, like every comic has their writing process, but I just think like right before you hit on that stage, you should have an idea of what you're going to say.
An idea of what you're going to,
You should. Like, I have a new, like, this is my new technique now though, for comedy. I don't go in with a game plan because I'm really trying to work on my crowd work and stuff like that. So, because I have enough material to fall back on if I can't think of nothing. Mm-hmm. So I use what's going on in the room. I might use something that the person said beforehand. I really try to use the environment, and then I'll try to segue whatever I'm talking about into one of my jokes. So that's my new technique. So because I don't go in with a set list the way I used to. I'm starting to get away from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that I get, but even in doing that, you ain't gonna see me with a fucking pad in my hand trying to put some shit together. You know what I mean? Like at the open, like, I don't know. I'm a comedy snob, yo. I'm a snob when it comes to this shit, man. And I could tell people that's just wasting time and people that's really, really like trying to take it serious, man. If you had it's like studying for a test, like right before the test came up. You ain't ready, you're gonna fucking fail, man.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot to deal with. It's a lot.
That's why a lot of people don't like me, because I talk like I know a lot about comedy. I know about 7 years worth of shit about comedy. That's better than.
And then Mo Green gets up and says, "Who here beats your kids?"
I said, "How many of y'all ladies like when a man come fast? You don't like it. What you talking? Why you don't like that? I mean, you got good pussy, baby."
Mo Green's
I'm definitely working on a joke I'm definitely working on a hack joke.
Mo Green is like, yo. I like old bitches because I can eat their pussy and suck the titties at the same time. Ha! Ha-cha-cha! Ha! Zabba-zabba!
Yeah, you should say that shit. That's funny. I have a hack joke, but basically it's a hack joke, but I'm trying to bait the audience. Because like women, they hate when guys come fast. You know what I'm saying? I was like, if a guy takes long when he's smashing you, you probably don't got no good pussy.
Well, this is what happens. This is what happens. A guy that takes a long time trying to smash, he's probably trying to concentrate on keeping his heart on.
Yeah, he could be doing that, but if it's really, really, really good, You can't control it. You're gonna come.
Well,
but this you will come. But no, hold up, listen though. But if you are attracted to her, your refractory period, which is time between your next erection from when you come, your refractory period won't be that long. If you like it, you bust off. A minute later, you ready to go back in. If the guy comes fast and he's not trying to give you nothing the second time, and he was just trying to get the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm just saying, ladies, a lot of us guys, we have to like bust that first nut before we can have the longevity.
Yeah.
That's why
But,
a lot of dudes like jerk off and stuff before they like get with their ladies because they're like
longevity isn't always good because that just means she either got some loose walls or you got a small penis. That's just like quick. Like if I was a chick and the dude came in like a minute, I'm like, hell yeah, I'll be knocking niggas out. I'm like Mike Tyson, 30 seconds, boo boo. But chicks, they're selfish and they just want to be pleased. Like
what kind of chicks are you messing with?
I'm from the hood, man. Hartford, man.
Hartford thoughts.
Hartford.
Well, you also gotta get your pussy and game up.
Yeah.
Learn how to eat vagina because.
But you know what? I hear you. No, I hear you. But that's something that I do if I'm really attracted to a chick. If I'm really attracted to a chick, the coochie could be kind of musty, but I like her, so that will translate to like a sweet fragrance to me. But if I don't even really like the bitch, I'm noticing everything that's wrong with her. It's just like when a chick really likes you, anything that you say is funny, right? It don't matter what you say. Yo, I ate some cereal. Oh my God, Kenan, he's so funny. As soon as she don't like you, man, everything changes, man. I thought I told you not to call my house at 2 a.m. I'm like, bitch, but I just called you yesterday at 2 a.m. He's like, yeah, I liked you then. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers don't like you no more, like the rules, the parameters change.
yeah, that's 1,000,000% right.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
All right, I wanna pivot it a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about something a little bit more serious. Because I'll feel right if we don't at least address this. Mm-hmm. So the Breonna Taylor verdict came out this past week.
Was it a verdict or it's going?
It was a verdict.
So they went to trial and everything.
Yeah, it went to trial.
So the police officers got off.
So 2 police officers, all 3 of them got off for her murder. Mm-hmm. One of the police officers was charged with negligence, I believe, because basically he was charged for the bullets that didn't hit her. Mm. Basically. Let me pull it up real quick so we can kind of get like a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, have some clarity.
Yeah. Which is fucked up. I mean, it's okay. So here are. All right, let's do BBC.
BBC.
Okay.
I think this is episode 15, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. So, this is the Attorney General Daniel Cameron with this fucked up hairline.
He looks like Blair Underwood.
He wishes he looked like Blair Underwood. He gives the decision, and the decision passed down by the grand jury was that the 2. Okay, so Brett Hankinson has been charged not with Miss Taylor's death, but with is that wonton? Like wonton soup?
Wonton means like that's another word for sexual.
With wanton endangerment for firing into a neighbor's
like
apartment.
Dirty.
Yeah. So wonton, I was like, wonton? What? That's soup. That's Chinese soup.
Yeah, it's like dirty.
Anyway, so with wonton or brazen or reckless endangerment for firing into a neighbor's apartment in Louisville. So basically, the bullets that mixture that went to the wall, he was being charged for endangerment of those people in the other apartment.
Hold up. Nobody got charges for the bullets that hit her.
No.
But they got charges for the bullets that missed other people.
Yes.
That don't make no sense.
It says under Kentucky law, someone is guilty of wanton endangerment if they commit an act that shows an extreme indifference to the value of human life. So basically, if there's somebody you want to fucking kill that person, but don't accidentally like almost kill somebody else that's other than the person you want to kill.
Well, thank God that somebody else was there. They didn't get some type of charges. Shit, like that isn't like as far as them being charged with murder. You have to prove that they went out to commit murder, and that's something that's just hard to prove in that situation. So I can get why they wouldn't get like murder one charges, but they got to get some type of homicide,
manslaughter, or negligence or something. Because at the same time she was still an innocent bystander.
Yeah, she was asleep. Now I will say, like, I did a little research on her, and they were saying I guess the warrant was for her ex-boyfriend who used her place as an address.
Which is a whole other conversation that I think we should have.
Yeah.
Like rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. She needs justice.
Of course.
They should be charged with negligence.
Yeah. Of course.
And fuck the justice system. The justice system needs to be torn down. It needs to be rebuilt. I am so sick and tired of seeing us being killed on
getting shafted, and then like
getting shafted,
and just like the little small details that add insult to injury. Like she got the bullets that killed her have no charges on them, but the bullets have charges on people that it missed. That don't. I never even knew that. That
doesn't make sense. It's awful.
Insane.
It's awful.
That's fucking insane.
And it almost shows, and again, it shows how much we neglect Black women in this country.
Yeah.
And let's go beyond that. Her name, the only reason her name and address were on the warrants, were on the warrants of, her place of living and stuff, was because it was dudes that took advantage of her.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they fucking took her car, used her car to do whatever the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were drug dealers. I mean,
from what I hear, she messed with a couple of hood dudes. Like a year before that, I think she rented her car out to some drug dealer, and then like it wound up having a dead body in that shit. This is unrelated, but she basically was in the company of the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I'm not putting the blame on her, but when you run with certain people in certain situations, even if you leave them alone, there's a chance that it can spring back up in your life. And this fucking asshole used her address, and they was looking for him at that particular address. Now, why they opened fire, I don't know enough about the case to expound on that. I don't know if the guy inside shot first or if they shot first. Here's a question. The guy that shot at the cops, did he get charged with anything? Was his gun registered? Hello? I think we lost Keenan. Hello? Hey, we're gonna give us a second. We're seeing what's going on. Yeah, I'm still recording. Hold up, damn, the conversation was getting good too. Damn it, man. What the hell? I mean, let me see. Hey, let me see if I can invite you. Hold on. All right, man. But like I was saying, y'all, When you run with certain types of individuals, man, even if you like let them go, there's a chance it can come back, man. And in today's just cancel culture, even though it's not related to that, but I'm just giving you guys an analogy. And this like cancer culture era, man, you do something 20, 30 years ago, it could come back. Like you see what happened with Bill Cosby, but that doesn't just apply to like crimes. That just applies to just like who you rocking with, who you running with, who you rolling with, and just like associations in general, man. So if you run with the certain people, you may damn, I got something in my forehead. You may not have had beef per se with whoever's going through whatever, but it's kind of like a guilty by association thing. Like that her ex-boyfriend used her house, her address as his place of residence, and the cops ran in there guns blazing. I don't know what happened, but what I theorize is that they probably was, we're coming in, and once they tried to come in or what have you, the boyfriend opened fire, and then they opened fire back. But
Okay,
you good?
I'm sorry.
What I was saying was, like, when the cops, like, who shot first? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did they were the cops like causing a disturbance, like about to bust into the crib, and then he started shooting, which makes sense if you got a gun, you know what I'm saying, and somebody trying to run up in your spot, a fucking no knock warrant or whatever, you gonna fucking open fire, especially if you're not doing nothing wrong. But my question is, who fired first, and did her current boyfriend was his gun registered? Like, did it have the permits? See, that I don't know. That I'm not sure about.
What were the gun laws in Kentucky? Is it like an open carry?
That I'm not 100% sure about.
Let me look real quick.
Your volume, you sound kind of low for some reason. Your volume.
How about now?
You still sound quiet.
Oh, my phone is kind of like, my computer is probably like. Oh wait, hold on.
I can hear you better. I just turned it up a little bit.
Wait, hold on. How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, look, it was a no, and again, it's a lot of stipulation. It's a lot of stipulation. I mean, at the same time, again, like, okay, so there's open carry laws. Oh, the open carry of a handgun is lawful except in certain restricted areas. A permit is not required to carry openly or concealed.
Oh, so that's one of those states that you could just buy a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's like that. It's like that in Tennessee. I was in Memphis, and I was like at a 7-Eleven or whatever gas station they got, and this fat black chick, she ain't been to the gun range. She gets up and I see her waist, and that bitch is just packing. Like, they got guns. Like, at bars in Memphis literally say no guns allowed.
Like, she's like, call me fat if you want to.
Yo, she just got a gun on her hip, just like whatever, man. A lot of these different countries, it's literally like the Wild Wild West. They have these loose laws where you could just go and just fucking purchase a firearm. So
gun, again, it says a permit is not required to carry openly or concealed in Kentucky.
So you could just buy one without a permit. Some you just need a driver's license. You can go and just buy a gun. That's it. That's fucking insane. I want to move to Kentucky now so I can get guns. I think the states that are most difficult to with the laws, like New York and California.
I think so, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I've never really been interested in guns. But let's not get off topic. Basically, what happened there, and this is my thing too. How the hell were they able to kill her, but he didn't die?
Well, he didn't even get shot. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. It just seems weird. It almost seems like a hit.
Well, I don't think it's just. I don't know it's necessarily a hit or anything, but I'm saying
it just seems like it. Yeah.
A lot of these dudes are a bunch of pussy. They're a bunch of pussy dudes, and it's like, how are you gonna have your girl go out in front of you? You know what I mean? You're supposed to be like like protecting her and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, yo, we ain't protecting black women, bruh. I mean, look. Every person has their thing. Every person has their idiosyncrasies. Not all of us are likable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, generally speaking, as like a culture. And the thing about it is people outside the black community, they're paying attention. You know what I'm saying? They're paying attention to how we talk about black women.
I think it's a two-pronged sword, though. I feel like a lot of us black men aren't protecting black women. But I think a lot of black women are putting themselves in positions with niggas that they need to be protected from, that they shouldn't be fucking with in the first place. So
and that's also a thing too. It's a thing like where it's like too. Okay, so I'm gonna date it's like when you date a drug dealer. Unfortunately,
like how old is your sister? How old is your sister?
My sister is 47.
Yeah, my sister's 35. But I'll just use your sister as an example. Like 10 years ago, she was 35 and like she's dating, and all of a sudden she got a 6'6" nigga that's diesel that could beat you and your brothers up simultaneously, and that's a hardcore drug dealer. It's kind of hard, like when your family picks somebody like that, and then you're expected. I mean, you're gonna do your best to protect. But damn, bitch, give me a chance. Well, the nigga that you choose, they should start fucking with little niggas. But then you see what Tory Lanez even be.
And that's the thing. Like, fuck Tory Lanez, first of all.
Yo, honestly, I listened to his album. I'm glad we redid this because when you mentioned that, I got a little bit of backstory information now. I listened to his album. If you listen to that album, you would be singing a different tune. I guarantee you.
Is he like, I'm really tiny, she's a big bitch?
No, he's deep. He's socially conscious. He doesn't incriminate himself, but he asks a lot of good questions in the form of song that make you think that this shit is fishy. He was like, he asked Megan Thee Stallion, he said, how could you identify me if you got shot from behind? Like, you know what I'm saying? He said,
she got shot in the foot.
Yeah, no, yeah. And he was like, but she kept changing the story. First she said she got shot in the foot. Then she said it was glass fragments. It's just, you know what I mean? There's no blood, no scars. I don't know. It's just real fishy. But the point I'm trying to make is, listen to Tory Lanez, like Tory Lanez. He got this one particular. Matter of fact, we should play that motherfucker. Let me see. Can I share what I'm recording? Hold up.
I think you can share.
Yo, yeah, I can. This dude. Ooh, I don't know how to fucking do this, man. Oh yeah, I got it. Yo, his latest stuff, man. I don't from musically. I don't know Corey. I don't know Tory Lanez as a person, but what he just did, what he dropped, man. I don't know, man. And he clapped at all the people that was fucking with him and making fun of him and stuff like that. He got at everybody, man. Everybody. But on the surface, if you think, okay, he shot her in the foot, fuck him. Cool. But there's no proof that he really did that though. It's still a pending case. See, this is the thing, like as black folks, a lot of us, like, we convict our own, but we don't have all the information, man. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it was bad timing for him to come out with an album to talk about shooting Meg Thee Stallion like the day that like the Breonna Taylor verdict came out.
Yeah. No. The timing was horrible, or maybe that was by design.
I mean, let's put it this way: people are talking about it, but
yeah.
With all due respect, fuck Tory Lanez to the highest degree. His short ass. He'll have to stand on this. I'm short, and he'll have to stand on the fucking stool to look me in the eyeballs.
That's fucking hilarious. Well, hold up. This is it right here. So hold on. I want to play this for you, man.
Well, we can only do like 30 seconds or less.
Yeah.
Whack! It's gear! Whack! It's jewelry! Whack! It's footsteps! Whack! The way that he talks! Whack! The way that he doesn't even like to smile! Whack! Me, I'm tight as fuck!
Look, all I'm catching is niggas on Twitter dissing and talking lies in their lives. I Can I recognize my ex-twin in full disguise? Since I went in the...
What was that?
Stop the tape.
Wow, why was that?
Because that shit slaps, and I'm starting to like it. Stop.
Yo, the whole album slaps.
Oh my god.
The whole, but there's the thing. Tory Lanez is a singer first. He just knows how to rap really, really good. His songs is beautiful.
I don't want to like it.
As far as the Tory Lanez situation, man, before I have an opinion on him, I just want to see that. I'm tired of like us convicting each other just solely based on like public opinion without a person actually going through the due process. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's really like society. That's
yeah.
Like now.
That's just something that we have to stop doing, man, because it puts way too much power in like the public's hands. And you know, it could happen to you one day. Somebody could accuse you of some shit that you didn't do, but the whole public believes that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that would never happen because I'm an angel. So
yeah, I know. You know, you just almost got a chick pregnant last year. You know.
But another thing, the last thing I want to say about this is another thing that we don't really pay much attention to is the reason why it wasn't just the policeman or her boyfriend that got Breonna Taylor killed. It was also gentrification. And what a lot of people aren't mentioning is that there was a plan by a real estate company, which for some reason they don't mention in the news, that actually made a deal with the Louisville Metro Police Department to clear a certain area where she lived of quote unquote the riffraff. Right? So what ended up happening is that they basically used the policemen as like their force to go out and kind of like
scare people out of the neighborhood.
Scare people out of the neighborhood, arrest people. You know what I'm saying? It's even right here. The fatal encounter between Breonna Taylor and police was linked to gentrification plan. You know what I mean? So like for like the white allies and stuff out there, you know, like we can say, you know, we can keep saying, you know, justice for Breonna Taylor, but keep in mind that capitalism and gentrification has negative effects on us.
Right.
It leads to deaths and all that stuff. So it's like, sure, you can talk as much as you want about justice and all that stuff as you tweet from the apartment in Brooklyn that you live in that you have to kick out an old black lady to live in. So just like keep that in mind. It's like a lot of things are like cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are cause.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Definitely. But it's like in this situation, it's like, how do you protect it? I mean, you definitely want justice, but it's just like, I feel like nothing is going to really happen to the police concerning what they did to her, as far as her losing her life.
It has to get to a point where we just do our own thing. Like
that's going to happen, man.
We're waiting too long, and it's been years. We're waiting too long for white people to fix these problems, and there's no reason for them to.
Yeah, they on top. If I'm the champion, why should I care that all you motherfuckers is losers beneath me? Yeah. I'm winning. I'm benefiting. Like, why should I alter my game to make it more competitive? Yeah. It's up for you to take the crown from me, man. You know what I mean?
Basically, they're saying, well, y'all should have been stronger and faster.
Yeah.
Well, we were. But they found a way to get to us, and they're still fucking us mentally. That's
I got this theory, and I think it's a plausible theory because they say, you know, black people started civilization. Black people are the smartest at X, Y, Z. Who's to say there aren't a group of elite black people at the top of this whole shit, and this is exactly how they want it? You know what I'm saying? This is exactly how they want it to be in that lawfully positioned whites versus blacks. Us thinking like the white person is the enemy, but there's actually a greater black person beyond that. That's a ruse. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best way to deceive you, make you think that this person is the main enemy when in actuality it was this motherfucker over here the whole time.
That's how capitalism works. That's how capitalism works.
Explain.
Well, capitalism basically the way capitalism works is that racism
Oh, okay.
contributes to a capitalist economy. And usually it's people that have a certain amount of money. Most of us are not part of this economy.
Mm-mm.
It's the rich people, because the higher you go up in price, the less race matters. When you start getting up into the billions of dollars, it's less the color of your skin. It's the color of money. That's why you get like people say, well, Donald Trump's racist. And then on the other hand, people say, well, he's not racist. He hangs out with P. Diddy and Jay-Z and all these. Yeah, but that's an economic thing. Like classism is a bigger deal than racism. And the reason is because there's classism in your own community. There's rich black people that don't fuck with poor black people.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
There's rich white people that don't fuck with poor white people.
Shit, this middle class motherfuckers are like, do you hang out with homeless people? No.
Yeah.
We're like lower middle class. I'm not going to hang out with no can collector.
But what we think is that we think that we matter.
And that's the trick.
So what happens is we're like, oh, we need to stop racism. We need to take down blah, 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 blah. And everyone is like, look at these poor motherfuckers. They think that they can actually stop us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why like a lot of people argue, and a lot of people, and it's like, yeah, but I mean, who's really the person?
I think just for me personally, man, like as far as dealing with like politics and world issues and stuff like that, I just feel like my own personal life is so, what's the word? It's not in turmoil, but it's just so underdeveloped as far as like me and me building myself up as a person. Like if I decided to be this community guy that rallied people to vote and you know, school supplies for kids, and I'm doing all this shit, I need to help myself directly first before I can help other people. That's just the way I feel. You know?
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you can't really help others if you can't help yourself.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I want to make myself more of a productive member of society and then provide opportunities. But it's like, if I'm out there just yelling at motherfuckers, telling you to vote for this person and saying life is unfair, blah, blah, blah. For me personally, that doesn't accomplish anything. I gotta figure out how to keep my room clean consistently. Yeah. Keep my ass clean. You know what I'm saying? And just try not to be a criminal. Try not to be a drag on society. That's what I'm trying to do personally. You know what I'm saying? And then once I start getting more money, if I get more into politics and okay, this politician right here is more favorable because of the lack of taxes, whatever. I'll get to that point. But I'm so far from that, it's hard for me to really get involved with those types of conversations, like in an honest way, you know, because that's not at the forefront of my consciousness as far as what I'm worried about. I'm trying to get the fuck out of Hartford. Once Keenan gets his house, he said that I could live in the guest room for 6 months. We're putting that on tape.
I said any of that shit. I said you could get your own place. That's what I said. But
this messed up, man. This cat supposed to be my comedic partner in crime and co-host, and he won't even let me get started. Did you know when Kevin Hart had his house in Los Angeles that he would let Patrice O'Neal stay there at weeks at a time? So
yeah,
you trying to?
But Patrice had like
talent.
Shit. He would. Well, no, I'm not gonna put you down like that. I'm saying Patrice had shit going on. Like he was in LA to make business. You're just trying to make it, yo.
Yeah, you said I'm just coming out there for the thoughts.
Homeless motherfuckers out here trying to make, just walking around reciting monologues that they've been learning the whole time they've been here. Themselves, could they just be reciting monologues? That's it. But wait, go ahead.
No, it's probably actors that would they've been there so long. When they first got there, they was trying to get on Friends, and Friends,
and then Friends said, "Suck my dick, son."
Friends has been canceled for 20 years, and they still in LA trying to get on.
Like, take that bullshit over The Living Single, and then that was it. Before we wrap up, there's a story I want to tell real quick. I on my way home in North Hollywood, I saw a billboard by Universal Studios, and it had Uncle Tom on the billboard. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And there was a website, and I guess it's a movie that they're making.
Interesting.
Called
You got a trailer? Let's see that trailer.
Uncle Tom. Let's check this movie out. Uncle Tom, the official trailer.
Did you share the audio?
Oh wait, hold on. Let me reshare this real quick. All right. Sharing is paused. Is it resume sharing? All right, here we go. I gotta do it again. Hold on. All right, let's see what this nonsense is about.
Obama tore this country down. No one stood up to him. Nobody. Because he was black. You need to wake up.
My parents didn't teach me that I was a victim.
They can turn back voting rights. Didn't nobody donate to us the right to vote?
You was your house nigga. I didn't call you a nigga.
Oh, okay. That's a big difference.
Uncle Tom.
And Uncle Tom is somebody who has sold out by embracing the white man.
Uncle Tom.
Bedouin.
Bootlicker.
Black white supremacist.
Chucking and jiving.
House Negro.
Coon.
Uncle Tom.
Coon.
I have a cool award over there. Cool of the Year award. Most black people don't believe that other blacks can be independent, free thinkers.
I believe the legacy and the ancestry of black Americans is being insulted every single day. I will not pretend to be a victim in this country. I know that makes many people on the left uncomfortable.
Racist, racial,
racist, racism.
1,000 cuts of racism.
The liberal will try to control a black person through the concept of racism because they know that we are very proud, emotional people.
I never felt that because I was black or I was poor or a woman that I couldn't do something.
I grew up being told of my disadvantages, that this country is unfair to black people.
The ideology is implanted into you subconsciously to believe these things.
It's like a cancerous plague in the mind of black Americans.
We're brainwashed to think, well, is it because I'm black? America's not ours, or we got shipped here. No, our blood is on this soil. We own this too.
There should be a pride that we have in the fact that this country was built by many great black men and women.
Are you trying to say that this country does not specialize in racism and bigotry?
So long as black people continue to have their psyche filled by that nonsense, we won't have an awakening.
I'm interested in that shit, yo.
I mean,
I just like hearing, I like hearing different opinions in the cliche leftist Democrat. You know what I mean? Like, we got to hear different things. I'm not saying they right. I'm not saying they're wrong.
My question is, how come they got to be so, like, up Trump's asshole? Like, all of them have, like, MAGA hats on. I mean, you don't have to, I agree.
I see what you're saying.
Because you and I talk about this all the time. It's basically, I believe that we should be self-sufficient, do our own thing.
Yeah.
Give a fuck about what other people think. Mm-hmm. But to go from there and then being like, okay, well, I'm going to support people that really don't give a fuck about me. Mm-hmm. I wonder who created it. I wonder who's directing this movie.
I know, but I saw a couple of people that I watched on occasion. Candace Owens was in it, Jesse Lee Peterson, Officer Tatum, or the Hodge twins there? No, I ain't see the Hodge twins.
Well,
Larry Elder.
First of all, fuck all of them.
The Hodge twins is funny, yeah. Yeah.
Met the Hodge.
He said, let the nuts hang in. Yeah.
And here we got who we got? Herman Cain, who's dead.
You just want to put in that mushroom tip, don't you?
Uncle Tom. And Uncle Tom is somebody who has sold out by embracing the white man. Well, I mean, We can be so self-sufficient without having to embrace white people. I don't understand.
But what I will say though, a lot of times in the hood, we get called Uncle Toms if we show traits that aren't common in the hood. Like when I moved here to Connecticut from New Jersey, people used to make fun of me and say I talk like a white boy. I was always like the head of the class and stuff like that. Like I didn't really start using slang until I came to Connecticut. I used to talk just as proper as you did. I actually had to adapt because I didn't want to get in fights every single day. That's just how it was.
What you doing over there, nigga? Reading books?
Yeah.
What you doing over there, nigga?
I used to get made, I used to like my scholastics. I used to get bullied or made fun of because of scholastics.
What you doing over there, nigga? You
But it's a trickle down effect because then whichever studious habits that you have, now you're slacking off, you're playing video games, you're trying to be cool, then pretty soon you're a senior in high school and you got a whole bunch of shitty study habits, and then you go to like a D3 school, like which I did, but all that trickles from when you're young. You're taught to value and appreciate bullshit instead of like if your parents would have taught you the importance of money and how to manage money as opposed to like the Bible, how much further along would you be like financially in life if that was the main focus?
Yeah, just to be honest with you, it's to a point where just being cool isn't enough.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not interested in watching this movie, but I mean, let's see.
Fuck.
Oh,
a white guy.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I thought
that's
fuck. That's that shit I be talking about because I'm like, at least I would have been more accepting of it if it was actually like a black conservative director that's like, okay, I'm going to do a movie.
It's always a white guy behind these movies. But on the flip side, do you know the Hidden Color series by Tory Lanez?
No.
Well, anyway, it's about it's a 5-part series, and it's basically talks about black people's involvement with great things throughout history, like whether it's music, martial arts, whatever. Mm-hmm. But Jewish people produced the movie. Jews are all over it, and it's supposed to be like this pro-black thing. So the whites, they on the left, the left, which is Tariq Nasheed, and they on the right, which with this Candace Owens shit. So it's like we can't get away. Whether you want to be a conservative nigga or liberal nigga, there's always some crackers ahead of you. Playing those puppet strings, man.
Say is be you.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself. My black brothers and sisters out there, stay black. Be true to yourself.
Stay black, man. Be true to yourself. You don't have a monolithic mindset. Definitely think in your own terms. But as far as like a lot of these, the problem I have with like a lot of right wingers or black folks is that they air out a lot of our dirty laundry to white people when it should be a conversation that should be had amongst us. Whether you want to shit on black folks or whatever, the hood black people, that's cool. But when you do it in an arena that serves as an entertainment to people outside of the group, that's kind of fucked up. It's just like you got your family, your family's secrets and stuff like that. You're not going to argue and put your family secrets on blast to a public forum to people that aren't related to you. You wouldn't do that. And I think a lot of us black people in general, we should have that mindset. And that's what's called staying on code. We can have these arguments. We can chastise. You could put down a Candace Owens or whatever, but it shouldn't be done on a stage where white people and other races are cheering. Yeah, you get them. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's the only issue I have with a lot of our right wing brothers and sisters.
All I'm gonna say is just do what's best for you, but don't fucking sell out.
Don't sell out. Like if you like,
you don't have to sell out.
Like I know this one chick, pretty black chick, and she likes, she dates white guys, dark skinned chick. She only dates white dudes, but it's not the fact that she dates white guys. It's she talks with disgust with black men, like oh my god, this white guy, he just treats me so much better. I don't know what's wrong with these black guys because this white guy is just like I'm like, yo, even if you feel that way, to stay on code. Date your white man, whatever, but you don't gotta big him up whilst putting black people down at the same time in a public forum to the entertainment of white folks. Don't do that shit. That's the issue. You want to fuck who you fuck, date who you date, cool, but don't boost them up while putting us down at the same time. That's some shit I don't co-sign, man.
And That's going to be a subject for our next episode.
Oh yeah, we'll get on that.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to this episode of the Light Skin Podcast. Podcast.
What did I seem as sleepy this time? Did I have a little bit more energy this time?
We actually recorded this episode before, but we had to re-record it because Mo kept dozing off into like short naps in the middle of the episode.
And we just had like a lot of audio issues too. But you know, we're trying to bring y'all a good product with as best quality that we can with what we have. We ain't trying to put out no bullshit.
So help us out so we can make this better. You can hit up our Cash App.
Cash App.
App is $, Keenan Floyd.
Mine is $, mogizzle. I hope that's the right one.
Shit, I actually have some money in my Cash App.
Do I? Yeah, what if you open your Cash App up one day and it was just like $1 million in there?
I would be happy.
Would you tell anybody?
No. But
You wouldn't fly me out if you had $1 million, man? I feel like
I want to fly you out, nigga.
I'm saying, like, you got to move me. You got to rescue me, man. Like, my whole life improving hinges on what you do with your success.
That's a lot of pressure. So you can follow me on Instagram at Keaton J Floyd, Kenan J to the Floyd, as in pink. You can also follow me on Twitter at Keaton J Floyd. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Light Skin
Perspective.
What's your deets?
My Cash App is $, mogizzle. It's right on the screen right there. And hit up my Twitter at comedian Mo Green for any booking or what have you. I'll do a Zoom show. I'll do bar mitzvahs, whatever, man. Just get me out my mama's house, man. Get me out of here. Hit me up. Shit.
All right, guys. So this is it for us. Catch you later. And please subscribe, like, and share. See ya.
Peace.
How can I show you that I want to hold you to the end of the world I would go to just to reach you, cause you're worth it. All my love you deserve. Babe, let's make a date. Be at your doorstep 8:30. Wear the dress that caress your waist. Matching necklace, it has me breathless. City steam for some comedy. Spin to the rust for some poetry. Hypnotized sane for the martinis. There's so much to do with my boo and the beat. Black guy style, we can buy the jazz. Drinks on me, don't bring no cash. You don't have to ask, you deserve. It's all for you. You are worth how much worth? Let me describe your diamond raindrops from the sky in my